Democrats are going to have a tough road. They can win, but not if they're stupid. And every time the word democratic socialism is mentioned by a Democratic candidate, the way it translates in America is...
So wait, who said that? Which of the two? Did Tallarico say he was a democratic socialist?
No. Bernie Sanders did.
Yeah, Bernie does. Bernie
and AOC did.
Yeah,
and
they're going to run somebody for president in 2028 and get their butts kicked.
The candidate who took Mikey Sherrill's seat in New Jersey did. Across the country, you're getting a resurrection of stupid leftism. Socialism.
And most of them are not winning. Most of them, some of them are, but most
they
of them
are winning.
Most of them are not.
They have a much better narrative than the moderates sadly do, because the moderates are chickens. But socialism in America means raising taxes to spend money on stupid things, and that is never going to be overcome because there's too much truth to it.
Watch, Joe. Watch 2026.
Well, I think
that's all I got to say. That doesn't mean no. We're going to have this fight in 2028. I've been saying this to you forever. We're going to have the fight in 2028. AOC, Bernie, whoever, they're going to put somebody up. And there'll be other candidates in between. Ro Khanna may be in between, and then you go all the way over to people like Mark Kelly. Et cetera, and we'll see. And that fight is going to happen. But in the 2026 elections, it doesn't freaking matter. It may matter. That may cost us this seat here, may gain us that seat there, but it's not going to matter.
I think there's a very good chance the Dems win the House. I think there's a chance the Dems win the Senate. But
and
I think that we're looking at President J.D. Vance, unless the Democrats wholeheartedly reject the left wing of their party, unless they reject racial preferences, unless they embrace two-parent families, unless they're able to say boys shouldn't compete in girls' sports, unless they are willing to say that we need to raise taxes. We need new programs, but
I'm sure there'll be
socialism.
I'm sure there will be candidates out there who are saying those things.
Well, I think that the left is being empowered by all of this mealy-mouthed nonsense.
So, Joe, pick your candidate and get behind them, because that's the fight in 2026 isn't about any of that crap. The fight in 2026 is about, in your state of Iowa, in your state of Texas, in your state of Alabama, Florida, wherever. What can you make it?
In 2026, I think that what you're saying about 2026 is largely right, but we're talking about a larger problem here.
It's not a larger
American
problem.
public does not trust Democrats.
Joe,
they hate Trump, but they don't trust Democrats.
It's insane to have these conversations in 2026, because and I know there's either going to be a Bill Clinton or a Barack Obama, or there isn't. There's going to be someone who emerges that argues the arguments that you're making, or argues the arguments that AOC and Bernie are making, and there will be a knockdown, drag-out fight, maybe 18 candidates, maybe 8, whatever, and one of them will win. And that will be when you can sit there and go, oh my God, we're all going to die because they're doing this, that, and the other crazy thing. That is not the case right now. There is no leader of the Democratic Party. There's never one in the midterm. They're all being fought locally at the local level. That does not mean that some.
So what do you think about Josh Auchincloss, who we had on this program a month or two ago, who seems to me to be one of the smartest, sanest voices in the party, and he has just said he would not vote for Graham Plattner because of the sexting scandal, and he has implied that he would vote for Susan Collins. I think Democrats lose Maine because
that is how it works. That is how it works, Joe. You're exactly right. That's how it works. And, so whether we win, we're going to win the Senate. It may be without Maine because of Graham Plattner, life in the fast lane. That's, that's how it works. I'm saying that we are going to win the House. I believe we're going to win the Senate. My path is maybe different than many others. I think Iowa is something that's going to happen. Alaska may happen. I mean, there's different places where
North Carolina is going to happen.
Right. And I hell am not. And I'm just telling you, you're absolutely off the charts wrong about Tellerico in Texas. I'm not saying he'll win, but it's going to be a dogfight.
I'm saying it's the things he's said in the past.
Yeah,
the stupid left woke things he said in the past are going to make it a much tougher fight for him. And that was a place Democrats could have won and could have gotten rid of a really terrible human being, Ken Paxton.
Yeah, well, and the stupid, corrupt shit that Ken Paxton has done throughout his career is going to have something to say about that. I just think you're totally, there's two people in the race. It's like one of them is going to win, and if you're telling me Tellerico has no chance against Ken Paxton, you're wrong.
I'm saying that he has hurt his chances.
Well, he didn't hurt his chances.
He's been so stupid about cultural issues.
So we should have ran Crockett. So under your theory, we should have run Crockett. We should have run Crockett against him. We should have run Crockett.
Listen, Crockett was even worse. Look,
So my point is, what's your point?
My point is
the people of Texas.
Your quiz is, and if you let me, I'll answer it.
Yeah.
My answer to your quiz is that Democrats have to be really smart if they want to come back in this country. And being on the wrong side of cultural issues is a gut bucket issue in this country, and they cannot afford to make these kind of mistakes. I would vote for Tellerico in a heartbeat over Paxton. I think a lot of people will, but I think that there are a certain amount of people who simply won't because of the cultural issues.
Oh, there's going to be plenty of people who won't. The problem here is that this is astonishes me every freaking time. Democrats this, Democrats that, Democrats this, Democrats this. They're all dead because they're dead. What about the fucking Republicans? They fucking suck. They're corrupt as shit. Trump has got us into a war of choice. There's gas prices off the charts. Terror, stupidity, corruption. Hey, let's sell this for $1 billion, and there's no problem with them. None.
Now, you're missing the point. The point is, I've known Donald Trump for over 40 years, and he has been a lying, cheating charlatan for every one of those moments.
Yeah.
And he is the most ridiculous candidate, the most ridiculous president who has done some of the most hateful things as president in American history. But let me finish this. How the hell did the Democrats lose to him? Democrats lost to him because they are incredibly stupid about cultural issues. Now, if you want to eliminate all of those terrible Republican things, you have to run to the middle. You have to be able to say there should be no racial preferences. You have to be able to say two parents are better than one. You have to be able to say these things.
You want to. So the point is, either there's a candidate for president in 2028 who says what you think they need to say.
It's not what I think. It's what Pew and all the other polling says.
No, not my point. My point is, there's nothing that any House candidate or Senate candidate or gubernatorial candidate in 2026 is going to impact other than in their state or their House seat.
I'm just saying, I want to see the Republicans gotten rid of, but you can't do it by being dumb. In the latest Pew poll, Joe, what percentage of Americans said that it was a bad thing to get rich?
No clue.
16%.
Yeah.
Americans love billionaires. They may want to tax the rich. I want to tax the rich. But Democrats don't know how to speak to Americans. They don't know how to speak the American language. And they're going to win. They may well win this year, although they may be stupid.
Why is that possible that they could win this year? Why?
Why? Because the Republicans are so terrible. But it's also
good.
It's also possible. No one disagrees with you about the Republicans. What I'm saying is that the variable here to beat terrible, you have to be at least half decent. And the Democrats
spent a lot of time on the show talking about how Democrats are so terrible, and I think you misplace what's most terrible in the country right now, and it's not the Democratic Party.
Joe, come on. You know that I have talked about how terrible Donald Trump is and his policies are. But the difference between us is that I really want to get rid of him, and you can't get rid of him by being stupid about cultural issues.
Well, we'll see, because we'll see. That's the whole thing is like, okay, we'll see. Okay, Joe, let's see what happens in Maine. That's me. I'm willing to let the Maine voters decide what the hell happens here. The Democrats did what they did. The Democratic voters in Maine did what they did.
Well, they haven't done anything yet because
you try it or not. No, but I didn't tell Mills to get out. She got out. I mean,
but she's still in. And if I were in Maine, I would be voting for her.
Well, if I was, I don't know, man. I mean, what
she stood up to Trump immediately? Remember that in January? He wanted to kill her.
And then got out because, I might be embarrassed by Plattner.
Yeah, well, that was a stupid thing for her to do. But as I said, authenticity involves courage.
Right.
Democrats seem to think that authenticity involves costume. And
wait. So what courage did Mills show when she withdrew?
She stood up. She didn't.
She withdrew from the race. She chickened out.
Well, that's true.
I might be embarrassed. I might lose.
So you're willing to tolerate an anti. I mean,
I'm not willing to tolerate.
I know a lot of people who are in the Marines who didn't get themselves Nazi tattoos.
I'm willing to let the people of Maine decide this stuff and not some government. She got in, she got out. That's her problem. And Schumer supporting this or doing that, that's his problem. The people of Maine were rallying behind this guy. They may wake up and say, hell no, we'll see. But you're just like, we're all dead. We're all dead. We're all dead. Let's all go home. I'm not going to go home.
Chuck Schumer is nothing to write home about. But I would much rather have his endorsement and move in his direction and even farther to the center than Chuck is, than move toward the Democratic Socialists of America.
In my view, he is past his. He should have done what Nancy did.
We agreed.
But anyway, that's beside the point.
And we've been going on here for a while. We probably should.
Yeah, we should probably end this because it's just not. Okay.
No, I think it's been really good. I think that the party has to have this conversation, and it has to have it now. Not wait till 2028, but have it now. The conversation that you and I are having is a really good one, an important one, and it's especially so because we love each other and we're old friends.